right? So again, this 9 weeks is about trigonometry. And I tell you that when I learned trigonometry in high school at the end of Algebra 2, and I never had any more trigonometry that in my math career, and I have a degree in math, that I didn't actually learn in that 6 weeks or whatever we spent on it. Right? It's not a class that really merits an entire year, even a semester. Most of the time, 9 weeks is plenty to learn all the trigonometry that you're ever going to need. Trigonometry, I mean, the meaning of it is the measure of triangles, but we know triangles are made up of angles and sides. Today, we're talking about angles. Okay. Now, this is a convention that they use when they talk about triangles. It's all, especially like when we get into the chapter 6. And sometimes they don't really tell you when they're doing the problem, but generally they'll label the corners of the triangle, the vertices, with capital letters, A, B, and C, and then they'll label the opposite sides with the lowercase letters that match. So like capital A is the angle, the opposite side is the lowercase a, right? The lowercase b across from B, the lowercase c is across from C. So if they start talking in terms of like capital letters and lowercase letters, then you draw yourself a triangle, just label it like that. That's the starting point. Now, a lot of times when you're dealing with trigonometry, you're going to use variables for the angles that are Greek letters. Not always. Sometimes they use X. But if you see, like that's the Greek letter theta, then that's a very common way to show an angle. A variable for an angle, theta. It's the most common one. In fact, I think if you looked at your calculator, I think yeah, and on the X key, X comma T comma theta comma, yeah.
The variable of the angle is just what the angle measures.
Yeah, it would be the measure of the angle. And if it's a variable, maybe you don't know it when you start the problem. Yeah. Okay, so that is